Well, ultimately, the ambition is to become a leader in the automotive industry when it comes to customer satisfaction. That's absolutely what the entire focus of VWG is about. And when I arrived in January, it became clear to me that we need to align that objective, that huge business strategy, with the CSC. That's really where the Back to the Future idea came from, because I walked into an environment in January that had been successful. But I think over a number of years the CSC had somewhat become diluted in some of its common focus around people, around engagement, and around being clear about what we were here to do. So Back to the Future was going back to some of those key principles and designing a new strategy for 2013 that encompassed all of that.
Sometimes you need to look back to go forward.
So we're launching that to you in the next few weeks.
Passionate and determined to develop a world-class CSC.
I think we'll be looking at things perhaps what we've not done so well in the past, and just maybe sort of correcting them sort of going forward, so in the future we work better as a unit.
I would like to think it's an opportunity for us to learn of what's happened in the past. Did it work well? Can we do it again? But honestly, I'm not sure.
I think it'll be a chance for Volkswagen Group to tell us about sort of the strategy for next year. And with the words Back to the Future, I think we'll be looking at what's happened in the past, and obviously where we're going to go forward.
So we developed a number of key work streams, so people and progression being one of them. Creating a better career framework was another. Being much closer to our customer feedback, so aligning that properly to that strategy and creating action plans on the back of it. A new coaching framework to drive performance. These were all critical work streams that were to say to people, these are the fundamentals, this is what's going to drive that level of satisfaction for our customers. I think as well, let's be clear that the VWG brands and the 5 brands that sit under the VWG account are world-class vehicles. Their product are leaders in the market without a shadow of a doubt, and at the moment their satisfaction isn't running at the level they would want to against those world-class vehicles. So, when we started out on this journey a number of years ago with VWG, customer satisfaction was sat at 76%. Right now we're about 82.5% in this business, and we're striving to get to 85%. And if we get there, and I'm absolutely confident that we will, we are then really aligning that service with the luxury products that we sell, and that's absolutely the end game. I think as part of our strategy around Back to the Future, there is a number of key initiatives and work streams that are completely and utterly aligned to driving satisfaction up. And we all know that our people are our lifeblood in terms of delivering that customer satisfaction measure. So you will notice that a lot of our work streams are around staff engagement, staff progression and development, coaching them every day to be better at what they do. And another big work stream we've worked hard on is around reward and recognition. I think Volkswagen, trust in this operation. A lot of change has gone on recently, and all in terms of positive steps forward. And I think they have faith in us as a partnership to deliver on those promises around service and satisfaction. And it doesn't all stop at the CSC. This is about VWG's customers and the journey that they go on. We often pick up that journey at a point where a customer's become dissatisfied. So our job isn't just about creating satisfaction at that point, it's also about influencing further up the journey. So what insight are we providing back to the factory, to the retailer network? It's an all-encompassing role that we play. Yes, we are here to service customer complaints and manage cases and manage inquiries, of course we are. But in addition to that, we are the hub of the business in terms of insight. It's important that we're driving change out external to the CSC as much as it is about driving change in here every day. I go back to a key focus of ours across the operation that I raised at the event itself, which is high support and high challenge. So our staff are completely engaged, but we also need to keep raising the bar. So we challenge them, we drive them to do better, but at the same time, we've built an infrastructure of support and recognition and coaching. And I think that is the winning formula for me. You know, one or the other or too little of each doesn't really deliver the goods, but actually focusing on both really does work, and our staff are embracing that change.
In your role, you absolutely have the power to influence the way customers feel about our brands and our products.
For me, I got a lot of positivity, you know, knowing that somebody's going to be there supporting you with your career, and that there's a clear path in place for you to follow. I think that gives everybody a boost, and it knows that people don't want to leave you behind. You're there ready, and if you're willing to embrace it, then you can use that moving forward.
Back to the future means to me actually getting back to the basics and getting things sorted out to where it used to be, and actually getting the focus started from the beginning and getting moving forward from then on.
We're going to put loads of new things in places and have a bit of a refresh on how we behave, how we act, and what new things we're going to do going forward to improve ourselves as a CSC unit.
We're going to be focused on the goal of where we're aiming towards, and we all know where we fit and how we can get there and how we can develop.
I think Back to the Future give everybody a clear idea that they're going to give a good career progression path for everyone, and people have things to work towards.
It sort of reminds you of the customer experience, which sometimes gets lost in the multiple customers that you deal with. And it helps you just remember that every customer is individual and they all need their own attention.
All the points will change how I work, because I can work with my team to help them develop, and I also know myself how I can increase my performance and how I can get to the next level.
We have got a mountain to climb, but already in 3 months we've demonstrated our commitment to that, and it's starting to show in our performance. I have no doubt we'll get there.
Over the last 4 months, the major change I see when I come up each month to the Customer Service Centre is an increased buzz. There's always been a buzz in the centre. It's been the hub of our customer area, if you like. But you can see the teams really working together. The power of the parts team, working with the technical team, working with the customer advisors, and really challenging us on whether we've got the answers right. Coming in pockets, but you can see it increasingly, and that's what's really exciting about the potential we've got for the future.
I think for me personally, the biggest change that I've seen since Back to the Future is just the way we are operating as a team. You just walk around the CSC and you just see the levels of engagement, enthusiasm, focus. I think we are a team that are really ambitious, and we're really collective in the way we're going about business. We are, you know, as I've said before, we have a vision, and we're absolutely determined to achieve against that vision. So I think we're a united front more than ever before. Well, sometimes I always say it's not always about the big things, it's about the small things sometimes. So it's just really little things that we've been able to take, little nuggets of information we've taken back to our business and said, do you know, these sort of things that we do on a daily basis that we don't even think about really upset our customers. So to give you an example, we understood from the feedback that our customers were telling us that they were really disappointed when they purchased a car and they had a flat tyre to realise that the cars don't carry a spare wheel. So we took that back to the business and we told them just exactly the impact that experience has on the customer. So then in turn we've worked with our factories, and we've now actually got to a stage where we are putting the spare wheels back into our cars. So we're absolutely able to influence the way our business operates to become more customer centric. I think we live and breathe CSAT, and I think I personally do. I know every time of the month when CSAT is coming out. But as we talked about earlier this evening, no longer do we just look at CSAT on a monthly basis. It's no longer an index score that gets produced once a month. I work with my management team to ensure that we are living and breathing CSAT every single day. And every day we're looking at the scores, the surveys that are coming through, the kind of feedback that we're getting from our customers. So I would say now it's a daily focus for us at the CSC.
The main factors in the climb that we've delivered in CSAT this year has been twofold. One is about operational excellence. So when we started this journey in January, it was about taking every single part of the CSC and really getting under the infrastructure in the CSC to drive operational excellence. And that journey has delivered fantastic results. In addition to that, we've been working hard on our insight, because remember, we have lots of information at our fingertips in the CSC that we can step change across the organisation. So actually inform the business what things they need to focus on to deliver customer satisfaction improvements.
It's about, from my point of view, sharing best practice. I'm an experienced customer relations manager, So if I do something, get a really positive CSAT score, it's about sharing that best practice with my colleagues, not just in Audi but across all the brands.
We've still got a lot to do to get the score to 85%. So we've demonstrated our commitment to the operation, and this year that's given us a step change. But now it's about driving really deep and meaningful insight across the business, and not just sharing that information, but ensuring that that is creating a change across the network, day in, day out, to prevent customers' journey falling down, to reduce contacts into the CSC, because that's a key measure that tells us that we are delighting customers more frequently than we are at the moment.
Striving to be world class for me has meant sharing best practice with other managers, other team leaders, and again also kind of working together to achieve those results that we need.
So the key output for getting CSAT to 85% for VWG is really differentiating VWG in the marketplace when it comes to service. We've been very clear when we started this journey that it's about building a service, a customer service experience that is in kin with the world-class vehicles that VWG sell. And when we get to 85%, we will have achieved that serious landmark. And if you look across not only the automotive industry, but any customer service industry, to deliver that type of result is truly world class, and that's what we're trying to achieve.